What's up, sports bettors? Alex here, and I'm going to be bringing you 3 player prop picks for tonight. So Chiefs-Bucs game, we've had a pretty successful day of player props. We just cashed Corey Kluber over 3.5 strikeouts, Christian Kirk under 5.5 receptions, $1,000 to 3.6K. That was our biggest play of the day. So we're down 250 here. We're up 3.6K. So yeah, pretty good day. And I'm going to be going through 3 more picks on Underdog Fantasy. So we've kind of, gone through Underdog Fantasy before, but essentially, I'll include a video in the end screen breaking down the strategy behind Underdog Fantasy, Prize Picks, and Thrive. There will also be an article in the description kind of breaking down how these platforms work. But essentially, on Underdog Fantasy, any 3-pick entry comes out to plus 500 odds. So you're betting 100 to win 500 in profit. So your total payout is $600, which means the implied odds you're getting is minus 122, right? So Underdog Fantasy offers slightly lower, payouts on 3-pick entries than Thrive, which is plus 520, but better payouts than Prize Picks, which is plus 400 for a 3-pick entry. So when we're looking, kind of on Underdog Fantasy at possible picks we want to go with, if you're playing in a 3-pick entry, you're assuming on Underdog that you're getting minus 122 juice. So you're always looking for value to this minus 122 line, right? So an example of one of the plays I went with, just kind of browsing OddsJam, you can see is right here. Mike Evans under 5.5 receptions, right? We can get this in a 3-pick entry on Underdog, right? So we're getting minus 122 implied odds. All of the sports books are pricing this as a heavy underdog, heavy favorite. I apologize. You can see DraftKings has this minus 150. FanDuel has this minus 148. North Star Bets has this minus 139. So we can take a look at the sports books, and it's like, yeah, every sports book has the under heavily juiced, which means the under is a lot more likely to occur than the over is. Sports books imply win probabilities through their odds. So when bookmakers are pricing Mike Evans under 5.5, receptions at minus 154, that's because they think the under is more likely to occur, right? So essentially, you can browse odds for free on OddsJam, but what this positive EV betting tool will do for you, one of the most popular kind of betting tools on OddsJam, is it will scan the entire market, all of the sportsbook odds, and show you where the value is. What's really interesting about sports betting, so right now I just, kind of have it filtered for Underdog Fantasy. That's the only one I selected. So we're getting minus 122 implied odds in a 3-pick or a 5-pick entry. And what it's going to do is just show you, just value. There's no BS. There's nothing like that. It just shows you value. If you think about sports books and Underdog, what makes them very difficult is there's just so many lines, right? There's so many different things you can bet on. Just for the MLB, right? You have home runs, you have hits, you have innings props, first 5 innings. Like, there's just millions of odds across sports books. They're all moving around kind of constantly. So as a sharp bettor, it's really hard to know what you should focus on. If we go to NFL, it's like the Cardinals are winning, whatever. It's like, all these lines you could be betting on, right? So as a sharp bettor, you kind of need to know where you should zone in, right? Where's the possible opportunity? And we can see right here, the top profit margin bet on Underdog is going to be Mike Evans under 5.5 receptions at minus 122 implied odds. Every sportsbook pricing this minus 150 area, we're getting it minus 122 implied odds on Underdog. Then we got Cameron Brate, under 2.5 receptions, second play I'm going with, minus 122 on Underdog, and then Kelce under 6.5. So 3 plays where we're getting a lot of value on the under, so it's a complete unders, feast for us, and we're betting 50 to win 300. So those are the 3 picks I got. Hopefully this video was helpful, kind of explaining how Underdog Fantasy works. Again, there's a really good article below. There's a video in the end screen, and let's make some money, guys.